Hey guys, it's story time. When I first started selling my crochet items, I was so underpriced. I was scared to tell people how much it really cost, and I was so unconfident because I'm like, I just started. My quality isn't really the greatest, but at the same time, I had so many people asking me to make stuff now that I'm like, girl, I could be making money off of this, right? So my confidence was low and I had to work on my pricing and my attitude. There are a lot of other up and coming crochet artists that I'm sure have the same kind of issues that I had when I started. So I want to talk about it today. So tell me, have you ever undervalued yourself in your crochet work and charged less than what you deserved? For me, it was yes. So in today's video, we will talk all things crochet pricing. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Tea Crochet and Crafts. My name is Tiara and I'm your host today, again, as usual. If this is your first time watching me, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate new people. And if you are a part of the subby crew, hey y'all. As I said in the intro, today we are talking all things crochet pricing, and I want to get right into it because this is a good one, okay? I struggled with my crochet pricing in the beginning, and honestly, I'm still struggling now. My husband always says I do not value my crochet items as what they should be. I probably butchered that all kinds of wrong, but you guys get the gist. I don't price well because I'm still in that phase of I don't know if they're gonna pay for it because it is kind of high. But I'm also learning to insert my confidence and put that aggressive behavior in the trash because it don't work for me. Before we dive into it, I'm gonna start here. I am not an expert. I'm not a financial advisor. This is strictly my opinion and what I went through in my personal experience. So take what you need and leave what you don't. Okay? Okay. So there are 5 components to pricing your crochet items. First, you have your materials, which is your yarn, your hooks, your scissors, anything else that you may put in your crochet item as the final product. That's materials. Second, you have your time. How much time did it take you to make said item? Some people use the hourly rate, which is what I do, and then some people use a flat rate fee of what they charge for timing. Then you also have your skill level. We all know when we go look up a crochet pattern, there's always a beginner, intermediate, or expert. What's your skill level? And you should price accordingly. Okay. Number 4 is your competitors. I know we all say, nobody has to compete, and we're not in competition. We are just simply running the same race at different speeds. When it comes to pricing your crochet items, you have to look at other people's stuff in your area as well, because you want to make sure that you're serving your demographic correctly. And number 5 is the sneaky one. Those shipping fees and the hidden fees. They may not be hidden, but I'm gonna call them hidden because it's like extra stuff, okay? So when I say hidden fees, I mean like your website fees, your Etsy fees, your listing fees, your card reader fees, any little fees that it costs for your website upkeep or for your business upkeep. Those are the hidden fees, okay? To give you guys an example, my latest order was for a pair of ruffle socks. She wears a size 9 and she wanted them custom made, so they were several colors. I charged her $47 for her socks. That did not include shipping, okay? Here is how I got to the final $47 price. So the yarn I already had on hand. I had some small pieces. It really wasn't gonna take much yarn anyway, so I just used what I had instead of going out and buying more. So I charged her a flat rate fee of $10. That was for the yarn, my hooks, my scissors, and that was it, because there's nothing else I have to use for the ruffle socks. Then For my time, I charge $20 an hour, no matter the piece. Down to the smallest pair of earrings that I make, up to the biggest sweater that I make. Everything is $20 an hour, okay? Now, that is where my husband feels like I'm undervaluing myself, because he says that my value is way more than $20 an hour, which I agree with. I do agree with. I'm still working on that though, okay? For her socks, it took me 2.5 hours to complete. Now, with that alone, that is $50, right? So I'm already short. Here's why I'm short. I also looked at my competitors' pricing. Most of the people in my area sell their ruffle socks for an average of $35. Now, I looked at a few different ones and I just totaled them out and averaged them to see what that number would be, which was much cheaper than what I had planned on charging her in the first place. And then, of course, we charge shipping. I don't charge shipping in my item price because I charge shipping on my website, so I don't want to charge them twice. So the $10 for the fees was a portion of my website fees and the fee that it costs for them to charge her card online. That all came up to roughly about $60. Now, the reason she got charged $47 is because, in my opinion, there's always an exception to the rule. My exception right now for the pricing rule is I am rebranding. And with rebranding comes a lot of different changes. And right now, my immediate change is everything on my website is at a discounted rate because I'm trying to bring more customers to my website and build more tractions to convert into sales. So, if that makes sense, that is how I price, okay? You can price differently. Again, I'm not an expert, so take what you need and leave what you don't. If you need any help, you can always send me a message, comment below. I always respond. I can try to help you as best I can. And if I don't have an immediate answer, I'll definitely look it up to try to get that answer for you. So now that we have a good idea of what pricing looks like for a particular item, we gotta get into attitude, okay? Because your attitude is a lot as well. When you have been crocheting for a while and selling your items, you will soon learn that there are people who will just be people and they will not understand the value of crochet. Now, as fiber artists, we understand the value of the time, the energy, the materials that it takes to create a masterpiece. But there are other people who don't, and they may say, oh girl, I'm not paying that much for a hat and scarf. I can go buy one from Walmart for cheaper. Here's your rebuttal. Write this down because it's important. Go to Walmart, baby. Because at the end of the day, the quality that Walmart has nothing on the quality of crochet that you turn out, okay? You need to get that in your brain. The quality of your work is 10 times greater or more than what Walmart has to offer. No shade to Walmart, but they're whipping those things out of factory machines. You're sitting down and taking your blood, sweat, and tears. Hopefully there's not blood, sweat, and tears in your stuff. And it takes you time, energy, passion, love, and joy to make that crochet piece. Here's what I had to learn. The customers that are meant for you will always pay full price. And if not full price, they'll pay more because they understand the value of your art that you're selling. You are the only person who knows the quality of your work and the worth of your work. So make sure that you price accordingly. Of course, again, I am not an expert. I'm still working on my craft as well, so I am not perfect in any of this. I'm still working on my own pricing issues, but these are things that I have learned over time, and I have been selling my crochet items for more than 10 years now. So we're in this thing together, period. Let me know in the comments what kind of pricing struggles you're having, and are you currently working on fixing it? We can be honest here. My comments is a safe place. Nobody should be struggling in their pricing, nor should we be getting underpaid, especially in today's economy, okay? The good thing about entrepreneurs and small business owners is that we always work on the fly. Always trust your gut and make sure that you price your products accordingly, okay? Okay? Okay. Well, I hope you all got something out of this video, because that's all I got. If you like this video, please make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. Also share it with others. They may be having issues with their pricing, whether it be crochet or not, and this video could help. So make sure that you share as well. Thank you all, of course, so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate it so much. You guys are helping me grow in more ways than one, not just my YouTube channel and my social medias and my website and all of that, but as a individual, because believe it or not, I'm not really good at talking to people. YouTube and being on video and talking on camera is way out of my comfort zone, but I am growing in that area and I owe it all to you guys. So thank you so much for supporting me. But that's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.